Alright, here's my viewpoint on what black people coming together and building their own. It's not like niggas can't do it or black people are scared to do it, but it's been proven times in history what's the end result. And so, like, in this day and age, black people are more scared of themselves or have the fear of themselves to really build their community around them or go door to door knocking. Because mind you, we see it every day with the door-to-door salesmen and shit like that. Or there's been times we done seen that, or we'll see Jehovah's Witness, or we'll see a collective group of people come around for a certain cause, but that cause is not the one we're talking about, the topic. I feel that, as a black community, we could, and this is my own opinion, shit, niggas gonna beg to differ or whatever the fuck, they gonna have their own opinion about it, but shit, I'm just stating the truth, and my truth about it, and what I've seen over the years. Like, black people are, like, you'll meet individuals that are willing to go out and try to push for that community group, and then from that community group, okay, go buy this business, or better yet, go get this open space that's supplying just only this community, because that boom, over wherever they got their own supermarkets going and they feed their community, but they feel like the community that you live in, and it ain't gotta be the whole side of town, it can just be your neighborhood, within 100 houses or something like that, and you just take a tally for everybody who's in favor of it, and then have a donation for the whole group's thought process. For the whole community at large. And go buy that empty space that's right there in the community. Yeah, everybody got access to, whether you drive to it or walk to it. Mind you, when I say this, I'm like, it's not being, it's being done probably in other places, but it's not a widespread thing to where everybody caught on to it. Mind you, we had Tulsa, Oklahoma, we had black markets, you feel me? But it was spread out, diverse all through different parts of America, where it was happening in the 50s and 60s. But collectively, we learned what happened to those communities and those particular groups, because we flourish so well, and we can create our own money. Like, we got the power to create our own money, create our own workforce, create our own schools, create our own. We are creators. We gonna create our own thing, and that's what I said. In this day and age, it's possible. It's possible. And any doubt towards that, is a motherfucking lie, in my opinion. Because there's a lot of individuals that actually have the same kind of thought process. There's people with that thought process like, well, why don't we do this for the community? Why don't we do this? Or it'd be different groups. They'd be like, yeah, why don't we do this for this? You know what I mean? Where they verbally voice it. But I got a question too. How many people shop outside of their community? Yeah, you got the ones that's locally. Boom, you may know the cash register lady, man, by name or whosoever, or you know them by face. But the thing is, it's like, see, with our community, we've been tore down and rebuilt back up, tore down, rebuilt back up. But the only way to counterbalance that, in my opinion, me being ex-military too, I'm like, okay, well, we gotta have our own military force. But mine just already been told before, have our own military arms. But it's not just that though. You gotta have our own judges, you gotta have our own lawyers, and move as an entity or a committee that's sanctioned around our own section. And you like by law, we're doing this by law, and also out of by law, because we can't just fall victim to the same things that we already know. Can't be the same old fucking routine that we already seen. Like, niggas want to see a change, but that nigga might not even have 5 cents in his pocket type shit. Or that nigga got like a few $100,000 in his name individually. But it's not seen as the whole, where everybody's getting their hands greased, their palms greased. But there's only one person eating. That person feeling real good. Where they can move outside of the hood or move outside of their own personal space from which they came from, to where they like, all right, now I can do this. Boom, I'm living this, I'm driving this, you feel me? So now that's an I thing. It's not even a we. But like I said before, to bring everybody up, you gotta take, okay, that nigga ain't got nothing but 5 cents in his pocket. Okay, then that man got like probably about 10. And I ain't even pocket watching, I'm just keeping 1,000. It's like, that man got 5 cents. That man got, 2 quarters. That man got 6,000. That other man probably got about like 9 G's saved. The other man probably got like 100,000. The other man probably got about $25. The other man is waiting on his check. He might have like 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. But mind you, also, let's say everybody got there's certain needs you gonna come across. And every person, every human being, boom, that's a need to eat, a need to drink. So they gotta have money for that. You know what I mean? Right. That's on the day-to-day. But as a community, if we band together and come up with our own form of fashion to feed our community and have our community straight. All right, boom. We could take say we take a rent space. Everybody put up however much money they can. Not something that's gonna hurt you. There's a little extra money, a little miscellaneous. Well, you putting up miscellaneous money, and this other man putting up only thing he can put up. And they say that little 5 cent, then that 25 cent, that fucking dollar, $3, $7, $8, whatever. Or that nigga, this other nigga got like 25, 35, 85 dollars. This other nigga got 95,000. These youngins might have over here like 20 bands on. Alright, just as miscellaneous, whatever they miscellaneous is, that miscellaneous spending. You take that money, and everybody, I'm gonna say the 3 assets to really, it might be more than 3, but I'm gonna just say these as offhand just to give a little reference. Say land, the closest office space or rental space. Well, I ain't gonna say office space because office space is smaller than the rental space. All right. A rental space where that monthly might be roughly up range of $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 max. That's max though. But you looking at it as a collective community, and now it's no longer just, oh, I'm doing it by myself. This is what the community does and put up. Mind you, this small town, like, mind you, that's how small towns are ran. That's how shit was really ran in America beforehand. Like, this is where America started from. Before there was small businesses, there was big business. Big business was ran by organizations, committees, communities. You know what I mean? Where niggas come, well, I ain't gonna say just niggas. When I say niggas, motherfuckers automatically think black folk. I'm like, it don't matter, any nationality, whoever's in that community. Mind you, this shit still flourishing everywhere. Don't get it twisted. But I'm speaking to the minds that, right now I'm speaking to the minds that's open-minded and wanted to be like, okay, why can't we do this as a whole? Why can't we do it as a whole black community? Or Listen, everybody can do it. Everybody will do it in your community. They'll do it. As long as they see the initiative is already getting started, already moving, where it can pop in whatever city, whatever state, whatever, you know what I mean, in your jurisdiction. But you gotta talk to the ones that's right there in your community. You know what I mean? And hopefully this spark the brain for things to start to change in a better. Yeah, everybody think about the end times, but it's like, hold on. There was a main purpose. There was a main goal, first and foremost. Yeah, we all know death is final, but listen. When you talk about a whole community at large, a whole group at large, this is something that's going to pass down to the next generations. But you also got to keep those key values, the key cores, and key elements. Yeah, life happens to all of us. And I'm not knocking anybody's situation. Shit, I ain't saying I'm in the best one. But I say my dollars plus somebody else's dollars plus somebody else's dollars plus somebody else's dollars plus somebody else's dollars. You know what I mean? this shit start to goddamn formulate into a greater pot for the longevity. And then that's where militant force come from. So just in case we ever get any lashback, you know what I mean? So we always protected. God is gonna be our number one protector anyway. But we already just we're focused on the greater whole of our community. You feel me? Are you following me? Church, listen. All right, listen. So when we break it down into our own sections, our own places, we can do more. Like, mind you, it don't take one voice or one person to start that whole movement. Because one person run into another person, who run into another person, who run into another person. That's how everything was all congregation. It was already made like that. You know what I mean? Church ain't the only place where you can put your money together, put a pot up, and for a greater goal, for a greater purpose, for a greater tomorrow, for a greater anything. You feel me? Are you following me? So I'm just saying, everything that we grow to collect to this point, you know what I mean? It can be done, and it will, as long as people are pushing for that message, pushing for that agenda, not just that agenda, for that whole core value, because it's something that's affecting everybody. Let's say, boom, we open up we ain't gotta be necessarily that particular office or that particular business space. I mean, it could be a farm for the whole community, just for the whole community to eat. This is going to feed this whole community right here for everlasting, or until we perish from this earth. It's going to feed the kids and the grandkids. You feel me? We got that. And then as a collective whole, but mind you, like I said, in one neighborhood, you probably got about 100 houses, about 100 different incomes, 100 different streams of money. And I know that everybody got their ailments, situations, problems, but if we handle it as a community, not just as an individual, because that's exactly how everybody in this whole planet is. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody in this planet, but the majority, for the majority that I've seen, and the decades that I've been living, that's how I've seen it go. And everybody's looking for somebody else to come out of the neighborhood and change the whole neighborhood. Boom, you got that. You got motherfuckers coming from other places and foreign regions, open up shop, but they doing it on an individual level. And I'm not just saying this for my own neighborhood. I'm saying this for all neighborhoods. It is possible. Because the fact is, when you open your mind up and really see who's all around you, yeah, you get the main reason why this shit don't pop as much as it should is because of fear. Either fear of the nigga that's next door, fear of the nigga up the street, fear of the nigga that's around the corner, fear of the nigga or whoever it may be. It's just, it's just truth that I'm laying on niggas. It might be my own truth, my philosophy. Maybe other nigga ain't never heard no shit like that. They in your community, they never heard of nothing like that, and they never knew it could work like that. But when you bring a collective amount of people, but everybody gonna want their hands greased at the end of it too. They be like, all right, boom, I put this money up. Boom, I want to see some money back too, homie. And that's respect. I understand that. But you work for a greater good. of the whole community, not just you. You talking about for that next person in line, or that next family in line, or the, you know what I mean? It's all got to be within collective understanding, collective collaboration. Where you putting up to a pot, now you see with your fucking money at work. Now you see the money that you work for actually make a difference in the things that you utilize in everyday basis. I'm tired of people saying it's not possible. Like I said before, we share this world as a whole anyway. It's not one individual on this planet that is in this world alone. They choose to be. And nigga, I'm alone in my damn self. But the fact is, not in this bitch alone, regardless or not. You're in this whole fucking planet full of people, full of life, full of ambiance. It's not a shortage of nothing. My God didn't leave no shortage of nothing. It's just how we work together. Just like ants, just like roaches, just like spiders. Well, spiders really do it by themselves, but you'll never see one spider web on one household. You'll see multiple spider webs. There's like a flock of mosquitoes, just like deer, just like lions, just like motherfucking alligators. Well, motherfuckers be a lone wolf, but there's still a whole pack of them bitches working collectively for their own greater good. Or they trying to feed and eat off the same plate. Mind you, we as humans, we work on a level that's what I want to say. We share this planet with other creatures. We're not in this motherfucker alone. And let alone a human with human sense. Yeah, they got their own logic, their own thought process. They could be dumbfounded to the whole situation. You hear me? But the fact is, they can also be taught too. Because, mind you, every human, well, majority of humans have been taught on a certain level. And as a whole, like, even in school, when I'm break it down what I mean that. Alright, boom. You in school, right? You're not in school by your motherfucking self. You in school with a lot of motherfuckers. Boom. They go all the way up to college. You may be studying different or catching it different. Or just like a church. Y'all coming together, like, you know what I mean? Where it's a lot of people. Or even to a gang. It's more than one person. You know what I mean? But like the way this society is ran, it's got to be a hierarchy. Somebody wants to be a higher figure or the main leader of everything. Okay, boom. Okay, you got that. Or you don't have that. Whichever one it is. Then establish an agreement where the committee, where everybody's a hierarchy. You know what I mean? To where it's multiple leaders. Because it's billions of people. There's billions of people. I'm not just saying this shit just for my community. I'm just saying, I'm not just talking to be talking. I really want to spark the brain, at least one person. If one person can grasp this concept, that could be the progress to change. Mind you, yeah, because here's something that we all know. Regardless of the age. Because once you pass a certain age, you got a certain amount of sense. Even the dumbest motherfucker got a certain amount of sense. Motherfucker, fire is hot. Put your hand on that motherfucker, you gonna get burned. That's something that we all know. I don't give a fuck. That transcends that fucking barrier right there. Because no matter how you look at it, it's still gonna burn your bitch ass. Pardon my words, but you know what I mean? You understand it? But I'm not trying to sound like I'm just blabbering or just talking to be talking. No, I'm talking with a purpose and a meaning and a goal. You know what I mean? I want to spark the fuse in somebody else's brain and be like, oh yeah, no, what he's saying is right. Maybe we can actually do that. No, for real, we can, and it's possible, and it can be done. It's proven track records. It's not even, I'm fabricating this shit. This shit is already respoken and regurgitated. Boom, that's what you got, these businesses. That's why you got your Walmarts, you got your Targets, you got your motherfucking Bi-Los, your Kmarts, your motherfucking... But mind you, these was all other entities with other people who came on a collective understanding. You know what I mean? No business is ran by one person. And if you're running about one person, okay, boom, you rocking your own entity. But you still gonna need other people to really buy your product in order for you to see profits. So now I'm speaking to the whole once again. And this is the idea right here. I'm kicking the idea first. Before y'all see the whole blown movement, what I'm about to do. Because somebody got to initiate it. Somebody got to start this shit all over again. Go back down them same plateaus that's already been stuck. Go back over it. Peep the different failures and flaws, and then redo it again. Yeah, you're going to have pushback from other people. Like, nah, I fuck with it. But the majority is going to be like, yeah, bro, I fuck with that. Y'all doing it as a whole community? Y'all doing that? Well, shit, let me go back and tell my people what the hell y'all got going on. Boom. So you're going to have both ends of the effect to it. You're going to have people who going to rock with it. You're going to have people to rock against it. That's life. But to address the ones that's rocking against it, you got that force. And I ain't asking for the police force. I'm not asking for the FBI. I'm not asking for the CIA. I'm not asking for none of that. Because you can create your own motherfucking units. Because there's more than enough people. It's not a shortage of people in this planet. We might not be everywhere, but we're somewhere in this planet. And I'm going to affect at least one person. All I ask is for my words to affect at least one person. Let that person have a change of heart for the greater goal and see, boom, I'm waking up, coming out of my house, and realize, damn, I'm not doing this shit alone. I'm doing it alone, but I'm not doing it alone. I'm not the only one going through situations. Not the only person going through problems. Not the only person. And it actually make you feel good when you meet somebody that's in the light, standing in the shoes. They may not look like you. They may not stand like you. They may not walk like you. They may not talk like you. They may not breathe, eat the same food. But they doing the same exact shit that you're doing. Only thing is, now we all got a common goal. So now we got a like mind. Now we gathered our collectiveness. Not just one or two. We done got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 20 different people. 30 different people. 40 different people. 80 different people. 90 different people. 1,000 different people, 10,000 different people, 100. Now it's becoming a movement. Because I'm gonna let you. It's something we all know. There's power in numbers, and I ain't talking about money when I say there's power in numbers. Like, I done live proven fact, nigga. I done seen it. I seen what a group of people, individual, like-minded, can do. I mean, some people ain't never seen it. Some people are skeptical until they seen it actually happen in motion. Some people, you have people that are doers, and you have people who are watchers. And then the ones that's watching, they want to be a part of the movement after a period of time once they see that shit prosper. And I'm talking to the whole greater community at large. And I'm talking from America to wherever. I'm talking to everybody, like, because if you look at it like through history or different culture, you can see how it happened. Yeah, that's why you got secluded groups of people that ain't never moved like civilization is. But their group is still good because they are going off of the knowledge that they already got. You know what I mean? In this killer be kill world, you gotta understand that. Fear is not an option no more. Just like failure wasn't an option, fear is not an option. Like, fuck it. You gotta get there. You gotta get there. Ain't no choice. I'm pushing it now, homie. I've been pushing it. Like, I'm not going to be afraid of how good we could possibly succeed. I'm not afraid of the lashback. Like, nigga, it is what it is. It comes with the fucking territory, homie. I'm up day and night about this shit. Now, I'm not talking to one or two niggas. I'm talking more than a few niggas. Whites, blacks, Puerto Rican. You know what I mean? In all nationalities. Because your voice has to be heard. Your thought process got to be put out there. Your shit got to be put out. Even if it's the stupidest shit. Even if the stupidest shit can get corrected, now it ain't stupid no more. Now you got insight of what you didn't know. And there's too many people walking around like they lost in the sauce or don't know what the fuck going on. Like, come on now. And there's a lot of motherfuckers who got knowledge. Boom, this nigga might be a scammer. Or boom, this nigga might be a business owner. Boom, this nigga might be a goddamn doctor. This motherfucker might be a nurse. That motherfucker over there might be a heart surgeon. This person over here might be a lawyer. This person over here might be a carpenter. This person over here might be a construction worker. This motherfucker over here might be a crackhead. That motherfucker over there might be a drug dealer. That nigga over there might be a gangbanger. This motherfucker over here might be a felon. This motherfucker over here might be this. But mind you, everybody is called for the greater, for the greater good. Everybody's called. And then in that same community, you gotta have checks and balances. Cause you don't, like, mind you, I feel you. When he said, "Oh, everybody can't just run this, da 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 woo." Not anybody else. Word, but it go back to what Temptation said. Ain't no man higher than the group. Ain't no woman higher than the group. That goes for anybody and everybody. So don't let nobody. It's not a you over me and you dictating this. No, it's a we. And then we passing the petition around like, okay, nah, we your viewpoint is necessary, his viewpoint is necessary, where everybody gets their own voice and own opinion, because all ideas is gonna matter. Common goal is what? Have our own farms, have our own businesses, just community related. All communities should have this. Mind you, if you look around you, I don't give a damn what nationality you is. You got motherfuckers coming from every angle in different forms of colors. But then you got certain communities where it's like, okay, boom, we got nothing but these kind of people over here. So we do it our way. And that's respect. I ain't knocking it. I salute it. I commend it. But also, I feel like every place on the planet should have that. And from what I see, it's not like that. You got people who are in different statuses or money rank, where their money is tight, or their money long, or it's different situations with different individuals. But like I said, when you build it as a collective group, more things can be done. If you look at it, that's how our country is ran. Every country on this world is ran just like that. So why not every neighborhood be ran the same exact way as the country is? Y'all give me your thoughts on the comment section. You heard?